Welcome to Wealthy After 40. Ready to ditch debt, retire sooner, and live life on your own terms? Only 54% of Gen Xers feel prepared for retirement, and 22% believe they will live a comfortable lifestyle. So if you're feeling like your finances are a hot mess express, you are not alone. I'm Daleen Higgins, founder of Elevate Finances and money coach for Gen Xers. I reached my dream of retiring at 50 while helping our daughter through college, and now I want to help you do the same. It's time to stop avoiding your finances like the plague and start having confident conversations about money. Join me every week to talk about personal budgeting, debt payoff, saving for retirement, money mindset, and leaving a legacy for future generations. Okay, friends, let's talk money. Welcome to today's episode, Break Free from a Scarcity Mindset. A scarcity mindset is when you believe there are limited resources. So if someone else has something, you feel there is less of that resource available for you. So scarcity can exist in any facet of life, right? It is a limiting belief, but for today's episode and for this podcast, we are specifically talking money, although it can pertain to other areas of life. So in money, the scarcity could limit your opportunities and potential for growth. Do you know that person that seems like no matter what they touch, it turns to gold? This person is living with an abundance mindset, the opposite of scarcity. Now, not saying that everything they're touching is turning to gold, but because they are taking more opportunities, they are taking those chances, they are putting themselves in those places, they have a better chance of turning to gold, right? So that turns to gold is just a phrase. I don't know if they say it nowadays, but we did back when. But just realizing that person is not afraid to put themselves in situations to find the abundance, all right? So how do you know if you live within a scarcity mindset? Here's 9 statements about a mindset that you can think if this relates to you or not. The more that relate, maybe the more deeper you are with scarcity, maybe not. But these are just some recognition statements to help you better understand. Number 1, you feel like what you have is never enough. Number 2, you compare your progress to others. Number 3, you are on a pendulum of overindulging to underindulging. So you're going on spending sprees. You spend freely and then you hold back, right? This is a back and forth pattern. Number 4, you're scared to set ambitious financial goals, or maybe you're not setting goals at all. For fear of failure, for fear of success, not getting it, right? But if you don't take that, you won't see success. Number 5, you worry about money often, or you avoid thinking of money. So it can be feelings of both, one or the other. If you're afraid to open your bank account, maybe that's a scarcity mindset, right? Number 6, you're afraid to use your emergency funds in a true emergency. Not the fact that you don't have them. You have them, but you have a hard time giving them up for what you define them to be, right? Number 7, you won't ask for a raise. You won't put in for a promotion, right? Number 8, you have a negative attitude towards money. And number 9, you have thoughts of running out of money. This last one is very common among us Gen Xers. We have worked for so long, we know where money comes from. and the thought of not working, and we don't understand where that money will come from, right? Definitely a scarcity mindset and not understanding or having knowledge of how we can change that mindset. The reason a scarcity mindset is so hard to change comes down to the fact that we've connected money to our value as human beings. Okay, so what we have in money, what we, are able to give in money should not be connected to who we are as a human being. But this is very, very common out there. So it's a very deeply rooted in a lot of people, a lot of individuals, which means that without some serious emotional and spiritual epiphanies, no matter how much money you end up earning, saving, or investing, deep inside you will still hold on to a sense of lack and deficiency about who you think you are. So that one is a bigger issue than a lot of the ones we stated above. But if you feel like you are value from money, definitely you're going to want to reach out to a counselor to be able to work through that scarcity mindset. So to be able to start making the change with a scarcity mindset, it is important to understand where our money beliefs are coming from. So our money beliefs are from our direct experiences, situations we've been in, from a child to a teenager to, however old you are right now, and indirectly from hearing others, share their beliefs or their stories, or the knowledge that you've gained along the way and maybe hasn't translated properly in your head, maybe due to the situation or the emotion or whatever at that time. But it is important to get to the root of where these money beliefs are coming from. Meaning, why do you believe this certain situation with money? By questioning your personal ideas of what's happened in the past. So questioning why, questioning your stance on a certain situation with money, digging back into, childhood or maybe not that far, where's that belief coming from? Where, was that experiences that led you there? Was it something you read? What was it that ultimately caused you to start doubting yourself with money? So have the courage to start questioning your beliefs. Doing so will give you the power to control your finances and your financial future. Okay, but as you start questioning, do not blame anyone. Do not blame yourself. Do not blame others. This will not solve the problem. The only thing that we need to do is question them for a better understanding of why we believe that to be true with money. All right, so once you understand some of those beliefs, and you may not have a full understanding of all of your beliefs, as you start this process right now to think about that, but as you start identifying a couple of them, I'm like, okay, I remember when this happened from childhood. And so now I see why I feel that way even today with money, right? Understanding then if that belief serves you well now, or is it something that needs to be changed? Okay, so not every belief we have needs to be changed. We just need to understand where it's coming from. But as you understand that belief better, is it limiting you on your growth and your potential to grow? Is it allowing you to feel free and to be able to move forward in whatever goal you want? So that is the reason for questioning our beliefs, understanding them better. We're not questioning the individuals that were a part of that experience at all. We just need to know so we can better understand if, number one, that belief is serving us well now, and if it is not, then we need to start thinking about how we can change in moving forward. So I have 2 exercises that you can start using to help you start changing your mindset around money, from hopefully scarcity to abundance, no matter how deep, right? Hopefully these 2 exercises will help you, and they'll work even if you don't question your beliefs, but it will work better if you start understanding why you believe what you do with money. Money is involved in a lot of situations every day. And so understanding that we could have a foundational error is important, but sometimes we are taught things and we may not fully understand them. But if it's still serving us well, why should we change that? And that ultimately is what we need to figure out. So the first exercise that you can use to start opening up your mind, right? Opening up that mindset to be free to receiving changes, honestly, is what it's going to do. Do you remember when you were younger, or maybe you experienced this more recently with your children or grandchildren, but their imaginations ran wild, right? They are so freeing. There's no boundaries. They can dream upon dream. That is what I want you to start doing with your vision of what's possible with your money. Start thinking about what your life would be like if money was no obstacle, there was no challenges, that, what it would look like and feel like. Start exploring these opportunities. Start seeing things differently. Think of, using that imagination running wild child's brain to help you create this vision. Do you remember helping a new driver? And as you're working with them and you're driving down the road, because they're just got their learner's permit, they have not had a lot of experience driving, and they're not seeing far enough into the future, right? They're looking, I don't know, maybe 2 car lengths in front of them, but up ahead, you see the red light. You see the cars stopped, and they don't because they are new. Well, this is the same situation we can put ourselves in if we are so caught up in our monthly and our daily expenses. We are not seeing that red light ahead. We are not getting ready for those cars that are stopped. We're not prepared for that. So putting that into perspective with your money is start looking ahead. Get out of the month-to-month budgeting right now. I'm not even talking about budgeting. We're just talking about creating a vision. You, your spouse, your kids, whoever it involves, create that vision. Go 40 years down the road. For some of us Gen Xers, you might be thinking, well, I'm in a wheelchair or a care facility, right? Okay, even if you are, what do you want to have done before you get there? What exciting things are you going to do? Lose the boundaries, dream the dream, and start creating the path that you can get you to that wheelchair at the care facility, but that you're sharing all of the stories of the things that you've done from work until then, right? What does 20 years down the road look like? Bring yourself back 10 years. Bring yourself back 5 years. Just think. Just explore. Just start creating this vision. You don't even have to get myopic at this point. You ultimately will. This vision hopefully will create some goals and some values, but just for the purpose of this exercise and starting to change your mindset, just start exploring all of the opportunities. Start seeing things differently. Quit looking at the immediacy of the money right now. Okay, yes, that's important, but those are practical We've already covered those in the episodes prior to this, but just start exploring. Start freeing your mind and being caught up in the I can't right now. What can you do in the future? Start seeing what those opportunities are. Remember the person I had you visualize as the everything turns to gold? If they didn't visualize and see all of those things as opportunities, they wouldn't take those chances. And that's ultimately what that exercise will do for you. So then if you are able to, after you have created that vision, set some goals, create your values that will help you, with your money on your day to day. All right. The second exercise is just creating more awareness with your money. All right. We get caught up in the day to day. We get caught up in the auto pay, the buying the same brands of everything, of having to have all of the things that we are on autopilot, right? We're just doing the things and doing the motions, and we are not feeling the feelings anymore, right? It has been said that some financial situations that people have put themselves in, they become numb. So being aware helps remove that level of numbness and helps you start exploring exactly what it is you want with your money. Be aware of your auto pays. Even if you have them on auto pay, make sure you're seeing them come through in your bank account. Be aware of all your purchasing options. Don't just do what we've always done, right? There might be something better. Be aware of the actual cost. I am guilty of this as well. You go to the grocery store, you have to have those groceries, you need to eat, right? So you just swipe the card, and honestly, I think, how much did that cost me? Make sure you're being more aware in those situations, just to bring a feeling about your money. Keep a money journal where you reflect on your purchases, whether it's a daily or a weekly money journal. Just explore your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, and recognize, physically with yourself as you're writing, if there's anything that needs to change. Ask yourself, is this purchase in line with my values and my goals? Is it helping me progress forward? Does it bring up feelings, good or bad? Just being aware of our money. But as you are aware, and as you start having these feelings, remember, don't blame. We're just in a state of understanding ourselves better to be able to explore further our mindset and be able to make those changes that we need. So as you start implementing those above exercises, you should start having a better emotional experience with money. You'll start recognizing things sooner, more quickly, working off of emotions in a better way, right? I think it's important to have feelings about money, whether we feel we're in a good state with money or a bad state with money. My daughter just made a very first large purchase on her own, which was a car for herself. She had done all of her homework, but yet even at that initial, or I guess at that final step of, signing the papers, making the payment, and getting the keys, she says, I almost chickened out. And I said, that's just feelings, double checking with you, making sure that this is what you need to do. It's important to recognize those and take them for what they are worth. As you work through the healing process of some of your beliefs, as some of your purchases, of some of your, is your new journey with money, just remember that money is a tool and not a master. It will serve us well when aligned with what we want out of life. I hope this episode opened you up to mindset around money and start exploring it, and how you can get really deep into there to, be a better person with your money. And not everybody's the same. I want you to remember that everybody's money journey is different because of who we are. just like our everyday journey is different. So, action steps from today's episodes. Get to the root of your money beliefs. Understand why you feel about money in a particular situation before you try to change it. Remember, not every belief is bad that we have, right? We need to determine it first, so get an understanding of it, and then determine if it is serving us well or if we need to make the change. After you explore those, I want you to just choose one of the exercises to move forward. I hope this will help you open up and be able to start having a better experience with money and be able to create the life that you want in the future. Thanks for listening. Every week my goal is to help you get one step closer to financial freedom and making confident decisions so your money starts working for you. Do you have any questions from today's episode? Send me a message on Instagram. I'd love to help you gain more clarity around today's topic. Want more exclusive tips, trainings, and resources to help you hit your financial goals fast? Grab my free resource at elevatefinances.us/subscribe and join my free community to receive access to best tips, tools, and resources in your inbox weekly. And if you're looking for personalized support to get your finances on track for retirement, check out my website at elevatefinances.us to learn more about one-on-one coaching.